Hey, what is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another video. Hope you guys are doing fantastically well. Today I'm back for my predicted 11 video ahead of this weekend's game against Rotherham, away at Rotherham. I really do like Rotherham Stadium, actually. I went with Chris a couple of seasons back when Hooper scored that screamer. We were still in with a chance of automatic promotion. And then Rotherham, who were fighting relegation as well at that point, scrapped a late equaliser and we drew 1-1, and I think that meant that Watford got promoted. But good memories from that day. It was a fantastic away day. I'm hoping for the same this Saturday. I'm heading down there with a few mates. It should be really good fun. But of course, the team is important, the way we play is important, and hopefully we can pick up 3 points. In terms of Rotherham, they are rock bottom of the table, 12 points adrift of safety, which is a long way to be behind at this point in the season. I can remember a couple of seasons ago, though, when we were also in the Championship, they were in a similar kind of position and they escaped the relegation that year. So they've got it in them, but will they do it this time? I'm not so sure. They haven't done so well at all this season. So let's have a look at what team I'd go with. I'd go with Ruddy in goal again. I think it just highlighted that McGovern isn't the first choice goalkeeper when he came in against Southampton. That second goal he maybe should have saved. He looks very small for a goalkeeper, but apparently he is 6 foot tall, so like same height as me, but he just looks ridiculously small in goal. I'm not sure if it's his build or I'm not sure. He just doesn't look tall enough to be a goalkeeper. Similar to Jed Steer, really. Jed Steer had the potential to be a fantastic goalkeeper, but I think his height really did kind of hold him back a little bit. Now, left back's going to be an interesting one. One, because we don't really have a left back except for Olsen, and our only left back, Olsen, is being linked away with a move to Swansea. It hasn't gone through yet, but apparently a bid has been accepted. So if a bid's been accepted, that means that it's only really contract negotiations to go now. And will Swansea want Norwich City playing a player that they want to sign, and will Norwich want to play a player who they're about to sell? I don't really know, but I'm going to stick Olsen in there anyway, mainly because it's all transfer rumours at the moment. It did come from a reliable source, from the Telegraph, so it does look likely that Olsen will be going to Swansea, but at the same time, with Brady's suspension, we don't have a left-back at the club, and I was very surprised to see Toffolo's loan deal extended at Scunthorpe, so who knows. In terms of the centre-back pairing, it's a no-brainer for me. It's Russell Martin going in next to Tim Close. Now, Tim Close is the man I really want to keep hold of this transfer window. His agent indicated a few months ago that he will be staying this January, but will that lack of game time in recent months mean his agent has to move him onwards? Because I know his Swiss manager, the national team manager, hasn't been too keen on Tim Close playing at Norwich City, and obviously playing for your country is a big passion and a big pride for Tim Close. So will he be moving onwards, and will Norwich want to be moving him onwards to sort of cut that wage bill down and get some much needed cash in? I'm not so sure, but Close is certainly the best defender at this football club and provides real value for us. In at right back, I'm going for Ivo Pinto, one of my favourite players and men, not just at Norwich City, but in the world. I love Ivo Pinto, brilliant man. I love how he just calmed us all. He was like, I've got some really exciting news, guys. And we were like, oh my God, is it going to be a lifetime contract extension? You know, what's he doing? He started a singing contest. Only Ivo Pinto would start a singing contest. The man's crazy. I love him. In terms of the central midfield pairing, once again, with Doran's out injured, which is a real shame because he scored 5 goals this season, a great penalty taker. He's got goals in him. Will that be able to be replaced? So I'm going to go with Johnny Howson. Great to have him back next to Alexander Tete. I'm not a massive fan of Tete. I think he's got mistakes in him. I think his passing at times is woeful. But at the same time, against an opposition like Rotherham, you can probably get away with him in there. He provides, you know, legs at times. He can get up and down the pitch. Will his knees hold out? I'm not so sure. I'm really looking forward to getting Louis Thompson back in the fold, because I think he is a really big player for Norwich City and a really big one with sort of big potential. So that's going to be good to see. Now, in terms of the front four, I'm not going to change too much. I'm going to go with Stephen Naismith out on the right. Now, I was hugely critical of Stephen Naismith when he came into the club. He had that fantastic debut, didn't he, against Liverpool, and we were like, okay, this is worth the £8 million. And then he just kind of tailed off a bit. I wasn't a massive fan of him getting onto the back of other players when actually he wasn't doing much himself. But you don't really notice what Naismith does. He works very hard off the ball. You know, he does the dirty stuff, which the likes of Pritchard, the likes of Josh Murphy don't do so well. And Naismith in the Championship can provide you value. So I'm going to put Naismith out there. In terms of the middle, I'm going to stick Wes in there because I think against opposition like Rotherham, he can provide them through balls that we so desperately need, that creativity, and we're not going to be relying on the defensive sort of runs as much to support Howson and Tete. So I'm going to stick Wes in there, and then out on the right, I'm going to stick Jacob Murphy, a player who has been linked away to Liverpool, Spurs, Everton. Nothing really concrete so far, so I'm hoping we can keep hold of the Murphys because despite their inconsistencies, they've provided, us goals, assists, and that bit of pace that we've really missed since Redmond. And then up front, I'm going to go with Oliveira. I've spelled his name wrong. Is that Oliveira? Yeah, I think it's something like that. I've never been able to spell Vieira, like Patrick Vieira. I don't know which way the I and the E goes around. I don't know. Oliveira up top, it's a no-brainer. He's in sublime form at the moment, and it's really good to see. I was a bit disappointed to see that Sam Winnell looks like he's going to be signing for Sheffield Wednesday. I think that would have been a good signing from Barnsley on a very cheap deal. It looks to be about $500,000. I think he would have provided real value to the team, but not to be. So that's the team I'm going to go with. I don't think, to be honest, there's many question marks. I suppose the main ones are Olsen. Will he be playing? I'm not so sure. Who did you put out on the left? Would you bring Pritchard in? And what's this middle two going to be? I can't think of any other midfield pairing, but I might be missing someone in my brain. But I think except for that, you're going to agree with me. Let me know down in the comment section. Are you heading to Rotherham? Let me know in the comments. Leave this video a like. Share it about with your mates. We're nearly at 9,700 subscribers. So if we can hit that today, that would be awesome. I'll see you at Rotherham on Saturday. Thanks for watching this video. A massive thank you to Fritz Bits for sponsoring all match preview content here on Talk Norwich City. We're nearing 3,000 likes on Facebook. Links in the description to that. If you don't follow me on Snapchat, Instagram and Twitter, go over. Everything in the description. I love you and leave you. Peace out.